Hi, my name is Peter Rutkowski. I am a 16-year-old junior at Penn High School, and I recently won the Symphony of the Lakes Concerto competition.
And I'm Tom Sterling, music conductor, music director of Symphony of the Lakes.
Okay. Peter, why don't you begin by telling the piece you played in the competition and why you chose that piece?
So what I played in the competition was Prokofiev's Third Concerto in C major, and I played the first movement. The reason I chose that piece is because it's really fun. It's a lot of excitement and energy, but there's also still that contrast in moods that you can find within it. Like there's a lyrical slow section that has like sad hints of sorrow, but then there's also, it's just all around it, there's excitement and energy and like a childish joy.
And how did you come about this piece? Had you had it before? Or did you encounter what you were looking for a piece to play, or?
I've heard it before performed by other people, or just heard recordings of it, and my teacher suggested it, and I thought, well, that'd be a great opportunity, so why not?
Okay. In the actual competition, were you nervous? How did you feel about playing it during the competition? Or?
I guess one thing about a concerto is that you really have to work with the accompanist really well, and I've done it before with him, either just definitely in practice and even performance. So I knew what to expect, but at the same time, there's always that, nervous, because this is your shot, this is the only one chance. I try and channel that to use it to get more excited about the piece, have more energy. But I was nervous, and then I felt like it went pretty well, so I was really happy with it.
And Tom, you were one of the judges, correct?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not. I filled in last year, and was a judge last year, but we had 3 judges from the South Bend Elkhart area that came down and judged. So I had nothing to do with the decision, which to not have that pressure is great. I could just sit back and listen, and Peter just happened to be the last one on the program, which really doesn't have anything to do with it, but it just sort of ended that we finished with the best performance of the day was Peter, and so it was just nice to be able to sit back and listen to all of the musicians that we had perform this year.
And so you got to see Peter play, and you said he was one of the best performances that you saw. And...
Yeah, the 9 students that participated were all extremely prepared. We had a wonderful audience there for them to be able to feed off of with the energy, which was really great too. A wide variety of performances as well. And we had students who just did an amazing job. So the decision was not easy per se when it came to the top 3, but I think all in all, what really stood out with Peter's performance was not only his technical ability in the sense of his the precision that he played with, but his musicality was just really, really high as well.
Okay. So, Peter, how long have you been playing the piano, and when did you pick it up? And
I started when it was right before or after I turned 6, so it's been about 10 years, maybe a little more or less, but so it's been a long time.
Okay. And who do you currently study under?
I am with Dr. John Blacklow. He's at University of Notre Dame.
Okay. And then you will perform the same piece at the April 30th concert, is that correct?
Correct.
Anything you're working on for? Are you just rehearsing that piece more, or?
I still keep practicing to keep it fresh. Yeah. So.
Now, when will he practice, I guess, with the symphony, or what's the plan as far as that goes?
Yeah, the way that kind of works is that we really only get a couple of times with him prior to. So the orchestra has their own music that they're working on now, their own parts, and then come the day before, we get together to rehearse together for the first time. So we'll have a couple rehearsals that we'll work things out on our own, because it is a very Prokofiev is not an easy piece. It's a pretty difficult piece, even for the orchestra itself. And so we have our own little things that we have to work on, and then we'll bring Peter in, and he'll do 2 rehearsals with us, and then we'll do it together for the concert.
Okay. Now, are you nervous at all with that short amount of rehearsals, or are you just gonna, just another piece of?
I'm sure it'll work out fine. I'm excited to work with the orchestra, and I think it'll be a great opportunity. And I'm sure in the rehearsals we'll get anything ironed out, any issues if there are any, and it'll go very smoothly.
Have you ever worked with a symphony orchestra before?
A few years back, I worked with actually it was a South Bend Youth Symphony to perform a Beethoven concerto, and that was a good experience.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'll be different with a professional orchestra than with a non-professional orchestra.
Okay. And tell us a little about the concert on April 30th. The title of it is Around the World?
Yes. One of the things that we have sort of done this year for our whole entire season is visit a lot of different parts of the world in the sense of our concerts. We just finished with our chamber concert, which focused a little bit more on the Americas of the world. This concert is more representative of Europe and Asia and Russia and those parts of the world. So we came, any piece that the young artist performs just will fit into anything where that's concerned. We start the concert off with Lord of the Dance, which is kind of a takeoff of River Dance. Big, Irish American melodies with fiddling and percussive drums. We have another American composer. We're doing a 21st century composer, Stephen Bryant, which is it's entitled Dusk, which is a very Americana type piece. We're doing Strauss's waltzes, which everyone is going to recognize, the Blue Danube waltzes, and then of course we've got Peter's piece, and then the second half of the program is Dvorak's New World Symphony, which everyone knows the famous English horn melody that happens in the second movement with that, and has a lot of other familiarities with it as well.
Okay. Now, Peter, what do you want to, after this experience, what do you want to tackle next, or what's, as far as piano playing? I mean, do you want to keep going? Do you want to make a career out of it, or is it just...
I'm thinking, college would be for me in a year and a half or something like that by now. So I'm going to stick with piano, I would say. Continue to work with it. I would like to, double major with piano and something else. I'm not sure what that something else is, but I'd like to also do something else. Like, I'm thinking sciences, but definitely keep up a heavy interest in piano throughout college.
Okay. And anything else either one of you want to add about the concert, or Peter, yourself, or anything else you guys can think of?
Well, the one thing I do want to add about something else that's going to happen at the April 30th concert will be the announcement of our next season. So we're going to be kicking off the season subscription drive. I can't really go into the details because we want to kind of be a surprise, but we've got a really fantastic season set up. Guest artists coming in, that sort of thing. So there'll be a lot of hype coming up in the next 3 weeks about what's going to be happening with the symphony next season. Tickets are available now. People can go to the symphony's new website has gone live, and people can get their tickets online at sotl.wagonwheelcenter.org. Or they can call the box office here at the Wagon Wheel Center for the Arts. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for seniors, and $5 for students. So we hope to see a lot of people there, and a lot of people there to support education and Peter, because it's going to be a really fantastic concert.
Okay. And just a quick little bio, your parents, where you're from, where you go to school. We'll end with that.
Okay, so again, I'm 16. I'm a junior at Penn High School, and that's in Mishawaka, Indiana. But I live in Granger, which is north of Mishawaka. It's a suburb, basically. I have been playing piano for 10 years. I'm really involved, I'd say, with academics a lot as well. I work really hard in school to stay at the top of the class, and I want to see how far I can get with that. My parents are each from around here, so you know this area. They're Mishawaka or South Bend. And then at school, other things I do, maybe I do either academic competitions, or I also do tennis and STEM, science, math competitions, and then I also do like local running, and I like doing stuff like that outside. So
one of the things that I think that's really interesting about Peter and his background is it really ties into really how influential music education has on not only their musical performances but their academic studies. You find that students who do well in music tend to do well in academics, and we've seen that not only this year but last year's performer as well was big into the sciences and that sort of thing. And we want to continue the development of the educational programs here to kind of spearhead and keep music education in the forefront of people's minds when it comes to academics as well. So,
and the concert is April 30th?
Saturday, April 30th, 7:30 at the Winona Heritage Room. And tickets are available now online. You can also get them at the door if you choose to wait. We prefer people to get them in advance so you're not standing in line. Right. But yes, so April 30th, 7:30.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.